Hey guys, welcome to The Market is Open. Check out our website, themarketisopen.com. Let's talk about the Tesla Semi today, as there's been a little bit of news in the media about the new truck. But first, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would really appreciate your support. We have tons of Tesla videos in our Tesla playlist, so definitely check those out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, so there's been some news today about the Tesla Semi, how reservations are now open. It seems that reservations have been open since 2017. I guess to big companies like Walmart and Pepsi, Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch have already reserved a handful of Tesla Semis. In order to reserve one of these trucks, it just requires a $5,000 credit card payment, and then you have to wire transfer them $15,000. And then if you want to buy like a second truck, then it's $20,000 US. You can also get the Founder Series, which is $5,000 down, and then you have to pay $195,000 later, and then it's of course $200,000 for every truck. So basically, you pay the entire price of the truck as the down payment. So, but I guess it's open to individuals now. Let's go over, here are some of the specs. Like, it'd be cool if you can buy one of these trucks and sort of live in it. Sell your house and then buy one of these trucks for $150,000 to $200,000 and live inside the back of it, because it's totally electric. You can drive around the city and charge it. I mean, it'd be cool if you could put solar panels on the roof, actually. But anyway, let's go through some of the actual specs for this truck, which Elon did say that it's going to be released, or there's going to be some sort of event later this year. So currently we know that it's 0 to 60 miles per hour with an 80,000 pound load is going to take 20 seconds. With 0 to 60 with no load, it takes 5 seconds. So that's actually faster than some of the base Model 3s. So picture this large truck, of course with no load on it, but accelerating faster than a Model 3, which is like a race car almost. So I think that's pretty insane. I think the battery on this thing is gigantic. The range of the truck, you can either choose 300 or 500 mile range, and it's going to have 4 motors, one on each wheel, I guess, and that's going to provide a lot of power. So yeah, for the 300 mile base price Semi, it's going to be $150,000, which is pretty good. I think that's competitively priced against other trucks, and plus it's electric, so it should be cheaper to fuel this thing. And the truck does have a bunch of features that like we haven't really seen before. Like, it has like the SpaceX glass for the windshield, because if there's a crack in the windshield, then you're not even allowed to drive the truck. So I think Tesla's really put a lot of effort into thinking about all of these edge cases and sort of planning for it, which is making this a really compelling truck, which is, I guess, is why Walmart and Pepsi have already pre-ordered it. And the base price for the 500 mile truck is going to be $180,000, and the Founder Series, which I assume is going to be the 500 mile version, starts at $200,000. So rumor has it that Tesla's going to be starting to ramp up production on the Semi late next year in 2020. Maybe they're going to be doing the Semi and the Model Y at the same time. Elon has said that they're going to try and do 2 cars or 2 projects at the same time, possibly the Semi and the Model Y in the same factory, and then maybe next time they'll do 3 different types of cars at once. So I think that would be great. That would really help with sort of exponential growth within the company. But in terms of the Semi, Tesla has said that it's going to be like an innovative cabin design. Here's a picture of what Tesla has showed us, which is pretty cool. The truck is going to be very powerful, as we just talked about the specs. And it was funny because last year the head of Daimler truck division said that Tesla's truck defies all the laws of physics. And Elon was saying that, like, he knows this guy and the guy doesn't know much about physics. So he's like, I'd be happy to engage in a physics discussion with him. So I think that's pretty cool. I think for another company saying that it's impossible, the specs that you're gonna deliver, and saying that like Tesla is for sure lying about these specs, I think that's actually great for Tesla, because Tesla seems to deliver on their specs, if not exceed what they say that they're going to do. Like, if it's anything to do with physics or like the actual quality of the truck or the car, Tesla seemed to hit those perfectly and exceeded those expectations. I think Tesla's only problem is with the timing of when it happens, but it seems like if Daimler is saying something is impossible, it means that they can't do it. But when Tesla comes out with it, like, it's going to be what they say it is. In other news, Tesla did buy $14 million in trucks, I guess, from another company. And these don't seem to be electric trucks. They're going to be gas trucks, and they're going to be used to transport Model 3s, I guess Model Ys in the future, but basically Tesla's cars as part of its logistics to customers. So the interesting thing here is that the $14 million that Tesla spent on their trucks was actually issued in shares at about $284 a share. So it says, as part of Tesla's ongoing logistics strategy to increase its vehicle transport capacity, reduce vehicle transportation time, and improve the timeliness of scheduled deliveries, Tesla agreed to issue shares of Tesla's common stock in connection with its acquisition of certain car hauling trucks and trailers. And the company that it's going to be buying these from is called Central Valley Auto Transport. And this is also in line with what Elon was saying last year in November, that he bought some trucking companies and secured contracts with major haulers in order to avoid the truck shortages, which was one of the mistakes that they had last year. So I think Tesla is preparing for large deliveries, and it seems like they're buying transportation trucks in order to do that. I thought that Tesla would ramp up the Semi, like their own truck, a little bit faster in order to use their own technology and their electric truck in order to deliver the Model 3s, for example. And they would build like a bunch of trucks themselves. But I guess the ramp up of the Semi is a little bit not behind schedule, because they never really promised that it would be early or anything like that. But I guess they're not really ready for the ramp up yet. So I think once they do the ramp up, which apparently is in 2020, then maybe they'll shift over to using Semis to transport their other cars. The other thing is that I'm not really sure why they use shares instead of just cash to buy these trucks. It seems like a pretty small amount, 14 million. Tesla has over $2 billion on their balance sheet, but obviously they're trying to save cash, especially after that $900 million debt payment. So I guess this number was small enough that they're like, okay, let's just issue shares instead of using cash. So they took the opportunity to avoid using cash for this transaction. And I guess they're really trying to show a good cash position after their large debt payment. So it seems like they're focusing on that, and cash is, of course, very important for the company to show on the balance sheet, as it has to do with the health of the company, and people want to make sure that, you know, Tesla's far away from any sort of bankruptcy situation, which I think they are. And I think if they ever have a cash problem, like, they can easily raise cash, no problem, from the common stock and from some of their big investors. Like, I mean, Larry Ellison's on the board. He has enough money in the bank to buy the entire company outright. Lastly, will we see an update from the Tesla Semi on March 14th when Tesla announces the Model Y? So it appears that Tesla is adding the V3 supercharger at the event location in LA in preparation for their event. I mean, that is a little bit last minute if you ask me, because the event's just in 2 days from now. But the question is, will the Semi be shown at this event? When Elon unveiled the Semi, he also unveiled the Roadster at the same event. So maybe we'll get an update on this truck, and perhaps some like more solid timelines of when Elon thinks it's going to come out. Of course, it's going to be in Elon time. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would really appreciate your support. Check out our other Tesla playlists and smash that like button.